She's not there. Better call her by a different name. 'Cause I'll never be the same. I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing. This time is for the better. I'm changing. I'm changing. I'm changing. This time is for the better.
Hello, beautiful divine souls. Welcome to day 2 of your royal rebirth. Oh, let's take a deep breath and be present into this moment. Come to this space. We are going to partake of the wisdom and the embodiment of power and divinity and royalty of a woman that I have so much respect for and I honor so much. And so I'm really, really thrilled to introduce you to the one and only Thema Azize Serwa. She's a high priestess, she's a master healer, she's the founder and creator of the Womb Sauna, a movement that has transformed thousands of women's lives through the sacred reclamation of their body, their healing, and their power. Thema initiates women into the truth of who they truly are. She will call forth your wholeness, your true self. She speaks directly to the parts of you that are ready to rise. And so it is my greatest honor to have you here, Thema, in this portal. How are you?
What an honor, what a joy to be here at the Royal Rebirth. You know, I'm big energy, right? So I am
Yes.
so excited because I am literally going through my own royal rebirth in my personal
Mhm.
life, in my professional life. So I just love when I can gather with women of like mind and spirit who can relate. And so if you're listening and you're tuning in, I just want to say to you, keep pushing, you're almost there. The emergence is happening in real time. And so, Monica, it has been a joy witnessing you. I remember when you were having these ideas of doing things like this, and to see it come to fruition is incredible. I admire you, the same admiration you've held for me. The love is mutual, and anything I can do to cheer you on and support what you are and who you've become and what you're seeding in the world, tag me in, I'm here. So, greetings, everybody. I'm so happy to be here.
You're the sweetest. Thank you so, so, so much. You have helped me so much. You have been a guide, a mentor, and a model. I feel like I never had someone like you in my life before. And so when you show up, I
Mhm.
was like, whoa. So, like I said before, Thema, the mic is yours. This is the royal chamber. We're here with a
Mhm.
true queen. Please share some of your wisdom with our audience. The mic is
Mhm.
yours.
What I really want to talk about is just my clarity. And I encourage you, if you're listening live or catching a replay, to put this in the chat or in the comments. Clarity is your advantage. Most of the time, when we feel stuck or stagnant or incapable, it's not because we really have a learning curve like we think we do. It's that we have not decided who we are in that moment. Once you decide that I am whatever you put behind that, if it's I am powerful, and put that in the chat or in the comments. I am powerful. I am love. I am abundance. I am wealthy. I am the lender and not the borrower. I am healthy. I am whole. Whatever your I am is, once you really truly can find the frequency of that, everything in your life and in your body will begin to vibrate that clarity. Clarity is your advantage. Stop practicing ignorance. Get rid of that I don't know syndrome. It's not working for you. If you don't know in your own life, then who does? It's your life. You got to live this. Nobody can live your life for you. Nobody can heal you for you. Nobody can change your life for you. Your body, your mind, your spirit, your finances, everything is following your lead. And it takes incredible courage. It takes audacity to say, it's on me. But I want to invite you to take your left hand, place it over the center of your chest, take your right hand, place it over the center of your womb, and just give yourself a moment to reclaim your throne and decide, I am sovereign in my life. It's on me. I can and I will. I can and I will. Do you know that in neuroplasticity, it has been discovered that it only takes 17 seconds. Put that in the comments, 17 seconds of holding a clear thought for it to put the domino effect in motion for manifestation. 17 seconds? Come on now, I know you got 17 seconds in you. You can do this. 17 seconds. That's all you need. So I've been practicing this with my 9-year-old daughter. Y'all know Zah. If you follow my movement, y'all everybody know Queen Zah Rehab. And we have for the past 2 weeks, every single day, taking 17 seconds. She sets a little timer on her tablet. I say, Zah, you want some music? Sometimes she wants the silence. Sometimes we put on some binaural beats. And for 17 seconds, we intentionally choose to act like we know who we are and what we're doing with our lives. That's all you need is 17. Just imagine if you leave this conversation and turn everything off for just not even a minute, not even 30 seconds. That's how fearfully and wonderfully made you are, that everything about your design from God, from nature, is set up for you to win over and over and over and over again. So how could you possibly be comfortable in a defeatist attitude, and an attitude that says what's happening politically, what's happening over there with the banking system, what's happening in the water is taking over me? How? You are the child of God. You are the vessel, the holy cauldron, the tool that Spirit uses to model that God is real and on earth. It's in you. And for years, I thought that adversity meant it wasn't, because somewhere in my programming, I believe that being powerful and being divine and knowing that I am would make me exempt from adversity. I was wrong. I was dead as, can we cuss here? Because you know me. I was dead as wrong, right? So I discovered actually that to whom much is given, much is required. The more wisdom I obtained, the more influence, the more power, the bigger the tribulations. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Like, is there any rest for me? Is there any peace? But let me tell you, if I have not had the adversities that I've had, I would not be as fortified and as immovable as I am. Anybody that really gets to know me knows that my power is undeniable. And it doesn't matter what life brings to my door, I no longer have any resistance to answering the door. I will show up in my life. I will get the lesson. I will have the experience, and I am more than what I go through. I have my own definition of who I am. And in every scenario, every situation, every moment where it's time for me to introduce myself, whether it's to this situation, to this person, to this experience, I bring who I know I am to the situation. Oh, but the bills are due. The first comes the same time every month. Yes, it does. Sometimes I have the money, sometimes I don't. Does that change that I am God and sovereign in my life? It does not. I am a bigger definition than what I experience. And that makes me capable of having a peace that surpasses people's understanding in the midst of adversity. I can sit there and be going through hell. And because I've established a throne there, I know how to have a seat right in the dead of hell. I could be in heaven. I could be at the mountaintop. I could be at the valley. I ask God to be able to mimic the omnipresent power of spirit. So no matter what situation I find myself in, I don't lose myself. Reverend Ike says, who needs a devil when you hold the self-concept you do of yourself? Stop fighting wars that aren't real. Stop thinking that just because something unplanned, unexpected, something difficult occurs, that the difficulty could separate you from the love of God. That's not real. Literally, God will be with you. But being with God, being able to embody the Holy Father, the Holy Mother, all this etheric wisdom and divine intelligence, being able to be the temple, the home, the throne of God. That's an awesome responsibility. Why my higher self decided to come to ghetto earth and sign up for this shit, I still ask. I don't know. Why? I decided to do this incarnation again. You didn't get enough last time. But I would continue every day to make the sacrifices I do for the cost of this oil that I pour. I have learned so much about myself. It used to be the impact it had on other people that was the greatest joy for me. And that still makes me happy that I'm able to be a positive part of people's lives, right? But honestly, what brings me the greatest joy is not losing myself. Being able, no matter what is going on in the world, what is going on in my world, what is going on inside of my heart, my womb, my lower back. I'm having some lower back stuff lately. It's strange. It doesn't matter. I can still find myself. There was a time in my life, I don't know who I'm talking to, but I want you to hear me. There was a time in my life where the loudest thing was my pain and my trauma. It was the loudest thing. It was all I could hear. It was all I could hear. But they touched me. They did this. They did that. They talked about me behind my back. They smeared me. It was the wounds were so loud that my pain had become pedestalized and throned. Anytime somebody met me, the first thing I greeted them with was my woundedness and where it hurt. That's how much joy I lacked. That's how much my pain story was governing everything about me. And then one day I decided joy is going to be my default. Now, anger has been a convenient emotion. Depression has been a convenient experience. But I'm coming to a precipice where I'm recognizing that I have to choose now what I'm going to concentrate my energy and focus on. And when I focus on pain, my woundedness, as the reason that I'm incapable of turning my life into what I want it to be, I feel crippled. I feel emotionally dysregulated. I feel overwhelmed. My money gets funny. So I had to make a decision because healing starts with a decision. You have to choose to be whole, choose to be powerful long before you create that outcome. You have to choose it. So I decided that I am healed. My past is behind me, can't touch me, it's irrelevant. I'm going to move forward. And I recognize the universal law. It's a code. And it says what you concentrate on the most gets bigger. So I had to change my narrative because the story you tell, you live. So I had to decide to make decisions. I had to say, this shit ain't working for me. I got to switch it up. I got to do the complete opposite. So instead of telling everybody what's wrong, I'm going to start clocking and timing how long do I talk about what? How long am I sitting on the phone venting? Don't you know that every word is a vibration, is an instruction because you are the child of God, because you have divine power? Your afoshe, your words matter. So I had to start practicing sacred word fast and deciding how to train my language, train my focus, train my narrative. I had to change. And the hardest thing to do for a human being is change yourself. It's hard. I'm not even going to pretend like it's easy. It's not. But it's a worthy goal because when you get to the other side of a thing and you see that you actually had it in you the entire time, now you are reborn. Now behold yourself. You're brand new. And that's what we're talking about in this series about the royal rebirth. Instead of waiting to be crowned, make your crown and crown yourself. Instead of waiting for somebody to give you permission to sit on your throne, have a seat and enjoy sitting there and reigning in your life. Stop holding yourself back because there is nobody, and when I say nobody, I mean it. Nobody is greater in your life than you. You are the missing piece to the puzzle. That's an awesome responsibility. For some of you listening, it may even feel a little intimidating and scary, but we wouldn't even understand courage without fear. So I'll take both. We live in a world of polarity. I no longer lean into avoidance. It has not worked for me. I got to face my shit. That's just what it is. So it's like instead of running and creating all these scenarios and narratives about why it's not working, and I'm a interfaith ordained minister, and I come from a variety of spiritual traditions, and so I remember the days of doing all these rituals to fight my enemies, and I was like, I feel like I'm giving them power. After a certain point, it was like by giving you all of this energy, like there's nothing. Nobody's word can override mine in my life. My body is obeying me. My results in my life, the outcomes of my life, are a result of my thoughts, my choices, and my actions. What does it profit me to feed the shade, the two-facedness, the gossip? What does it profit me to go around the world saying life is so hard for me and unfair? How does that serve my throne? How does that serve me? So I've had to make some really important decisions. And then I had to give myself a process to move through, to change myself. Tribe life has been an advantage, right? The woman circle of empowerment. I don't know how to live without these girls in my life. I create containers for women where they sit with me for a year and I hand walk them through the different aspects of life, pleasure, whole power. Pleasure is a whole thing. That's a whole other conversation, right? Your sensual and sexual power and how to consecrate your sexuality and find God in your flesh. Toxic lover healing. How do you heal relationship patterns? How do you recognize your own toxicity and clear it? The 6-week womb healing intensive. How do you understand the anatomy of your womb, the womb of your mind, the womb of your body, and the womb of your spirit? The 7-day emotional discipline class. How do I really figure out what to do with what I feel and not live just by my feelings, but like women who come and sit with me for a year, they're experiencing the blueprint I created for myself to get where I am today. And I've just been bold enough and courageous enough to say, hey, sis, this may work for you. Come sit with me for a year. Let me walk you through all of these experiences and develop yourself. Give yourself your undivided attention for a year and let's see who you become. And what I get to witness, being this sacred witness to these women, has changed me. I wake up every day in awe that this is what I get to be and do. And it takes care of my life. So yeah, I can't talk about the royal rebirth without sharing how I've had my own. And the last thing I'll say is I've recognized that it's not like a one and done type of moment. As long as you're still waking up, breathing on earth, you're gonna have something to master about yourself because that's what we're all here to do. So I have these continual royal rebirths, but it gets easier. It gets easier. And you reach a point in your life where adversity no longer intimidates you, you're like, oh, it's training time. This is a training ground for my power. Let me raise my scepter and show them who I am. It's just this energy that gets activated where the definition of adversity is not, oh, why, God? It's like, oh, it's time for me to practice my power. So let me stand up and show them who I am. Let me show these bill collectors who I am. Let me show my family who I am. Let me show these haters who I. It's like you just choose your power. The same way you used to choose to be weak. Now suddenly you choose to be powerful. So thank you so much for letting me just share what's on my heart. I really am grateful, and I hope that those of you listening are getting what you need and it's filling you up. I hope it fills you up so much that it begins to overflow and you begin to make this message contagious. You begin to share some of your light and some of your clarity, because again, clarity is your advantage.
Oh my goodness, Thema. It feels so good in the body to hear you. It just feels, it feels good. And
That's a
I,
prayer, actually. Thank you for saying that, because I've always asked God, when I speak, I want your sound to be heard. I want people to feel your presence in their body. So thank you for confirming that.
I'm just a witness of your power. I'm a witness of how you transform women's lives as you did with mine. You helped me in such a tremendous way at a time that I didn't even know myself that I was gonna need help. I was just like, oh, I need new friends. And I found you, and then boom, my life changed forever. So thank you. What I always sense from you, Thema, is this beautiful holy language that just naturally flows. You're fluent in sacred language.
Mhm.
But besides that, is the integrity in your words. It's that you're speaking all of these things, but it's the frequency that comes with those words. Not only that you're speaking them, but you're embodying that truth, and the integrity is just palpable.
Wow.
It's recognized. And
What a
so,
blessing.
yeah, they might, where can people find more about you? How can they know about your work, who you
Mhm.
are?
So go to the website, thewombsauna.com.
Mm,
If you are interested, if you really, really resonate with what you've heard and my energy, you can come into more of that. We have the Woman's Circle of Empowerment. That's the wombsauna.com/WCOE. Every
mm,
week on Sunday mornings, we gather, and you will find a
yes.
tribe there, and you can vet us. I'm very sensitive to sacred sisterhood. So come vet us for 30 days for free at no cost and see if this community of women is what you are and what you've been looking for. If you're interested in my 1 year self-development program and you want to see all of the different things that I teach and how you can come into that process, that's the wombsauna.com/programs. And go. It is a commitment. I am polarizing in my energy. So you would have to really be ready to change, to really experience the value of the work that I do. I'm headquartered in Maryland, here in the United States, even though I serve a global community. But if you want to come pop this squat and experience the womb sauna experience and how I express the ancient wisdom of yoni steaming, you are welcome to book that appointment and say, Thema, I've had people say, I can't get to you, but I'm gonna put you on a plane because I got about 12 women over here that need this experience. And I'm like, all right, just tell me what that flight itinerary is. I'm coming. So that is what I'm known for the most in the world. I'm blessed that my company has reached millions of women. I think this August will make 12 years since I've left corporate America and walked in the truth of who I am and why I'm here. And it takes courage. I can't believe it. It's like, where did the time go? But yeah, that's how you can stay connected to my work. We have products. I mean, if you go to thewombsauna.com, you will see my empire. I am a true empress. I don't have just one queendom, I have many streams of income. I have wealth. It is my legacy. It is my heart that you will see at thewombsauna.com. We're also all over social media. We have a YouTube channel. If you're into sound therapy, we've curated a womb sound therapy list of binaural beats that will nourish your sacred seat of power. It's free. Go snag it. Just go save the playlist. Subscribe to our YouTube. We're on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I'm not really TikToking. I don't really know what to do with it. Sometimes I dance or I just look cute, but we're all over the internet. And if you have a community and you want to invite me in to speak, share, and build and resource me, I'm always open to that as well. So go to thewombsauna.com and let's stay connected.
Beautiful, beautiful. This could be someone's confirmation.
I feel
This
that way.
is everybody's confirmation. We are ready.
Mhm.
We have always been. Our throne was never outside. It was waiting for us all the time, right there, right in front of us.
We were
And
born with our thrones.
Thema, thank you so, so much. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you for this. This is so nourishing. I love it. It feels like the river. It
Yes.
feels like the river.
Yeah,
It's just
it
flowing.
was.
I love it.
Oh, so as we close this transmission, I invite you all to sit with what has been shared, what has stirred in you. Write, reflect. This is a really important season in the year. We have an eclipse happening. We have like so
Wow.
many potent energies. My cat is agreeing if you can hear that in the back.
I
Um,
heard something. I said, who is that? It's your cat. I love it.
yeah, the cat is like, yes, yes.
Mhm.
Let's take action. This is a really good time. It's an empowering time. It's a time for us to
Yeah.
build our empire. Sit in that throne that has been waiting. The path of sovereignty belongs to us. It's time for us to begin walking, leading as sovereign queens that we are. It's our time to rebirth, and we're not alone.
Mhm.
As Thema said, there's groups of women who are here to support our rising and to rise with us together. So, thank you again, and to everyone who's taking part of this medicine, the Royal Rebirth. We're gathering again on Monday, same time, same link. I hope to see you here. There is so much power that we're steering in this cauldron. So thank you, Taima.
Of course. Thank you. I've enjoyed you all.
Thank you, everyone. See you on Monday. Bye bye.